What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Take A Timeout. Episode 52. It's been a 2 week hiatus. Been chilling back. Um, been making a lot of MLB parlays, stuff like that. James has been on a hot streak, and we've all just
hmm
been kind of just chilling, watching MLB, patiently waiting for what we're going to talk about today in the NBA playoffs. So we've been patiently waiting for this moment. It's about the end of the season. There's a couple games left to happen. A key game tonight, Bucks Celtics is going on. Would like to see how that one ends, but we're going to be just basically wrapping up the NBA regular season today. So we're going to be doing things like awards, our all NBA teams, and some wacky awards that we came up with. And then we're going to finish with our tier list that we had started from the beginning of the year, and we're going to refresh it and see what we came up with. So we'll start first with the all NBA teams. So this is really important. I mean, our vote doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but this is important to players' contracts. They make a lot of money off of this stuff. I mean, we seen
hmm
Jaylen Brown get an absolute bag because he made All NBA last year. So this is pretty important stuff. So we'll start with the first team. Yeah, just go ahead and shout yours out. Somebody else go ahead.
so yeah, my first team I got Luca, Giannis, KD, Jokic, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, go ahead, James.
Whoa. I mean, I know someone that's a Tatum backer, so I don't know how you're leaving him off of that, Nate, because I thought you were, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
He's at the top. He's at the top of the second team.
Okay,
so for my first team, I got Giannis, Luca, Shea, Jokic, and Tatum.
I got the same list. So yeah, I mean, this is the one that the only that well, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, refreshing on NBA, trying to get back into the swing of things, and like most people are debating the Tatum one. Um, I haven't really heard the KD take. I've more heard the Ant take, putting Anthony Edwards over Tatum. So I'd like to hear your case, Nate. Do you have a bit of a case for that?
For Kevin Durant,
Yeah.
he's just the best player on the Suns.
Hmm. So you don't think the number one team in all of basketball should have an All NBA first teamer?
I mean
Well,
that's up
record
to
wise.
debate. That's
Yeah.
up to debate.
No, I can't hate on it too much because in the grand scheme of things, I think we need a first team player. But I mean, I can't hate because this is a stacked league. I mean, this is the top 15 players and it's positionless now. So there's absolutely like no just, oh, we got to throw in Rudy Gobert because he's the center and he's the last center. So this is going to be a completely different ball game. So let's hop into the second team. I'll start with my second team. It is Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Kawhi Leonard. Then I got KD and then Anthony Davis.
Okay, I got Tatum, Ant, Devin Booker, Brunson, and I also have AD here as well.
Okay. Okay. So no Kawhi from you.
Nope, not in the
Okay.
second team.
Okay.
So for my second team, I got Jalen Brunson, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, LeBron, and Kawhi.
Hmm. See, I like this. We all got different lists. I thought about LeBron for a long time. I really did. But I just could not bring myself because I like to think about it as I think about it in the grand scheme of things in terms of where your team's seated as well. I can't have a, bubble team and the Lakers who's going to be playing in the play-in tournament, having two second team all NBA players. I mean, maybe it does speak to how top loaded their team is, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I had to have one Clipper on there, so I'm gonna go with Kawhi. But I can't hate on either which way. So
I mean, I kind of look in the perspective of, um, I think when you go for the MVP vote, the team record matters a little more. But me personally, I'm looking at who has the best body of work this year, and I'm not even bringing age into this. Like he's still, you know, a top three passer in the league. He's still scoring 25 points a night. He's grabbing boards and, he's still making defensive plays. So for me, that's why I still have him on my second team. Like, LeBron is still, I said this other night, I think LeBron's still in that 5-6 category this year. And when you're in that 5-6 category, for me, that's second team. So,
That's a good case right there.
yeah.
Nate, you got any cases for any of your, you got D-Book. So you got two Suns in the first team and the second team. Big
Yeah.
Suns guy. Big Suns guy. So
I
so how's
mean,
that translate? Do you think the Suns are going to do well in the playoffs? I guess that's my question.
no, because I think at the end of the day, playoffs is all about having a deep bench. Like
Okay.
they might make it out the first round, but I think when it really comes down to like them playing top of the West, they're not there.
Okay. I respect it. I respect it. All right. Now I'm real interested in our third teams because we've had a different set each year, each team we've went through really, besides me and James with the first team. So third team, James, you start us off.
All right. So my 13 is kind of going to throw you guys for a loop. Um, but I got cases for every person in here and why I would. We're not going to go into it, but I got Curry, KD, Tyrese, Wemby, yes, Wemby, and Zion.
Mm,
Okay, I'll go second. I got Curry, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, LeBron, and Zion.
mm. All right. Since I forgot him off the second team, arguably, you could put him first team. Go Kawhi. And since this is a homer pick, I'm going De'Aaron,
Okay.
Maxey, Lillard, and then Brown.
Mm. So no Curry in all of your NBA teams.
No Curry.
Okay. I mean, in terms of standings, if you were talking from the perspective that I was talking, you can't really back a Curry case at all. But I'm talking Curry on a night-to-night basis. In terms of if you're talking the top scouting plans in the league, like this is the dude you got to scout the hardest and you got to do the most work on any given night. So that's my case for him. I got to give a case for my boy Jaylen Brown. He was talked about like he's so overpaid, so this and that. We're gonna see this year he's not overpaid because there's gonna be. I mean, James might even get a contract because that's how many people are going to be getting paid this year. Like it's ridiculous. And Jaylen Brown has absolutely been the second best player on our team, night
Hmm.
in and night out. And this back half of the NBA season, honestly, he's been our best player because Tatum, he's been iffy on this back half. I'm hoping he turns it up in the playoffs. But as an honest Celtics fan, Brown's been our best player in the second half of the year, so that's my reason. Um, and any of these other players, I mean, Paul George, LeBron, and Williamson, um, I, they all got good cases. Zion's really turning it up here at the end. Point Zion is back. He's in full shape, and he Pelicans. That's my team, man. That's my team that I'm going to be watching hard in the playoffs. They can knock off somebody big. I really think that.
Yeah, bro, they can match up with just about anybody in the league. I was
Yeah.
saying that at the beginning of the season. Like, yeah, the Pelicans, if they really amp it up, they can make or go series with a lot of these so-called, top of the West teams.
Yeah. James, so you have Wemby on there, and I seen that on another list, and I really thought about Wemby hard. I really did, because like you talked about, I do respect the whole body of work. And if we're talking about not how you started, it's how you finish, like, dude, if we made like a trade value list of all the players that have like the highest trade value, Wemby would already be at the cream of the crop because nobody would, there's no package that you would take to trade away Wembanyama right now. He's that good. Like, he's everything we talked about. He is the alien. I can't wait to see what his signature shoe is.
I mean, yeah, and I feel like when people talk about Wemby, like people almost forget like this man's a rookie.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm. He's
and I
younger than us.
yeah, and I think when you look at, when people make these lists and stuff, it's kind of like you don't really throw rookies on all NBA teams because their team's like really bad, but like I'll be the first one to say this, the greatest rookie season we've ever seen. And it's in the short amount of minutes he plays in the game. Like the Spurs are doing a phenomenal job with getting everything out of him in a short amount of time and resting him and making sure he stays healthy. And
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it with the development with Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Like he's in the best place. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. And it's we had high expectations, but for me, he's even exceeding those with some of these. It's more the defensive end for me than anything. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Absolute crazy place. Yeah. So I'll try to get a graphic out of all of our all NBA teams, but that was that. We'll see who gets their bag this year. Tyrese is the only other one I wanted to talk about. Is like it's basically about how he started. He had a really great start, and I'm a big Tyrese guy till I die, man. Because I've been arguing with our boy Kyler about him versus LaMelo since they came out the draft. So I'm big on him. I hope he turns it around. Let's hop into our awards though. So these are just the real awards, like the NBA is going to give out. So we'll start with
Hmm.
Coach of the Year. I got Mark Dagnall from OKC.
Yeah, I think this should be unanimous.
yep, I got the same as you guys.
All right, Clutch Player of the Year. I threw this one on there. A lot of people don't like this award. I'm going with Shea.
Ooh, that's where we differ. I got DeMar DeRozan,
Mm,
and especially because I have a lot of. Oh, I'll get to it later, but I have personal feelings towards that, so that's why it might
okay.
sway it a little bit.
Okay.
For me, I kind of had a tie, but my first pick is going to be Jalen Brunson. Uh,
Mm,
I feel like every time I turn on SportsCenter, he's making a play in the fourth quarter. Other than that, I'd give like second place to Luca.
yeah.
But Kyrie's kind of been taking over the show, so I don't know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stick with my Brunson pick.
I like it. All right. Most improved player. Most people have this unanimous. It's all Tyrese Maxey. I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant. I got Kobe White. Um, I mean, what
I
else
like
would you have expected out of Tyrese Maxey? Honestly, we seen it last year. We saw how good he was going to be. That's not a most improved player to me. It kind of reminds me of the NFL Comeback Player of the Year award that's always talked about, and it reminds me of that because they're always giving it to the most. Like, I just don't see it. I'm giving it to Kobe White. Nobody expected this out of Kobe White. If you're talking about who improved the most, it's that dude because nobody had that on their card, dude. Nobody had that. If you had
yeah.
that ticket, you'd be almost like you'd probably be at 500,000 if you pick Kobe White to win Most Improved Player. So,
And I'm a piggyback off you. I also have Kobe White. The main reason is like Tyrese Maxey. Like you said, we knew he was going to kind of come into the situation, be the Robin to Joel Embiid's Batman. But when Joel goes out for half the season, obviously he's going to step into that role and be the best player on the team. Like we
right.
knew he was already the second best player, and now he's the first. So it's easy to elevate your game when your star is out. And for
Hmm.
Kobe White, I mean, we're talking about someone that was basically like a backup point guard these past couple of years,
Yeah,
and is filled in this role, and he's kind of taken over the team. And it's like the Bulls are trying to build around him, and it's like we wouldn't have been thinking about that a year or two ago. So
exactly. Hmm.
Hey, well, I got Tyrese Maxey, but y'all made a lot of strong cases for Kobe White, so I might have to jump on the Kobe
Kobe White,
White
Bam
train.
Bam. Okay, I'll put you on the graphic as Kobe White. I got you. All right, six man of the year. I got Malik Monk.
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna be super biased towards this.
Yeah, I mean, he did get hurt, but Malik's my guy. I like him.
uh, I mean, I was going to go Nas Reed, but
It's close. If you look at FanDuel, it's close. And Najee has a really good case as well. I mean,
just
dude
just
is
for the memes, bro.
oh
I know, just for the memes, bro.
yeah. But for real though, like he has taken that cat role and he's like it's literally Spider-Man meme though. It's like him and Cat.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, rookie of the year. You serious? Come on. If this isn't
Mon Thompson.
unanimous, bro, yeah, if this isn't unanimous, I'm throwing it. I'm starting a riot because this should be unanimous. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Defensive player of the year. I wanted to go Wemby as well, but Wemby said it best. This is the last time that he's not going to win this award, so I'm going to go Gobert.
Yep. That's another probably unanimous. decision.
For defensive player, I still got Wemby, bro. I don't know.
That's fair.
I could see
But
it,
the thing
man.
is like for some of these singular player awards, I talked about you kind of look at where the team's standing at and what have they contributed to this team's success, and that's what ultimately is going to get Gobert this award. But give me Wemby all day in a defensive match,
Yeah.
even as a rookie. I'll say it here first.
Yeah, I think if you polled every NBA player and it's like, so you're in a scenario where you're driving to the rim and you're about to dunk on somebody and you want Rudy or Wemby, everybody's going to give me Rudy. Because I've seen Rudy
Mhm.
posters before. I've yet to see a Wemby poster. So,
Exactly.
all right. And last but certainly not least, MVP.
Most important award right here.
MVP. I'm gonna go with Jokic, man. I mean, if you look at the odds, I mean, they speak for themselves, really, but it's hard to see anybody but Jokic. I mean, I just don't see a world where the Nuggets aren't in the finals again, and he's the main reason. He's must-watch TV, all that. So give me Jokic.
Yeah, I strictly because I put this down, I'm gonna go Luca here. But Jokic is by far the best player in the league, and what he was doing, when especially when Jamal Murray was out, I mean, he elevated the entire team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also going Jokic here. I think Shea had a strong case up until
Hmm.
late. Going down. He's injured right now, right?
Yeah, banged up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I would love for Shea to get this award, but you can't overlook what Jokic has done.
For sure. All right, and now we got the Take a Timeout Awards. So we talked about these at the very beginning of the year, in one of our first NBA episodes. So we just got a couple fun ones, and then we're gonna hop into our tier list, and then that's it. But we got the Sellout Award. So I haven't done much NBA betting in a while, but if you can
Hmm.
recall, who's the most likely to sell your parlay?
Clay Thompson,
Okay. Had to come off the
easy,
bench this year. That's a good one.
easy.
Good one. I'm gonna go with the guy who sold me from the very first NBA game of the year, and that's Austin Reeves. Still recall him missing them free throws, bro. I still recall it to this day.
Yeah, I was with you. We read that together. I
Yeah,
remember that. For me, I'm gonna stick with the same team and go Anthony Davis. I
Mm.
feel like you never know what Anthony Davis you're getting when you're betting on him. Are you getting the top 10 player? Or you going top 50 player?
yep,
So
yep. That's a good one. The Cash Money AP Award, most likely to cash your parlay.
All right, I'll start. I referred to this earlier with my clutch player, DeMar DeRozan. Live betting his points in the second half, and especially in the third quarter, it was almost easy every single time.
It's like the ATM, bro. You just have to go get a withdrawal real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
uh,
Porzingis. I have very good luck with him, so Porzingis.
for me, it's kind of going to be a homer pick, but I'm going to go with LeBron here. I mean, I feel like you can consistently bet him for like 25 and 5, and he's going to get that every night, and it's going to be pretty good
Hmm.
odds. If you're looking for like the last leg of your parlay, throw him in for 20, throw him in for like 6 assists or whatever the case may be. And it's, minus 200 odds. And it's a pretty good thing
It's an
to,
easy leg.
hmm
Hmm. All right, we got our last two awards here. The He Did What Award, the most surprising player from this year. I'm gonna go with Anthony Edwards. Now you might be thinking, I mean, is that really that surprising? Did not expect this at all. For him to elevate in the All NBA second team for me and to just completely changed my whole perspective. Like Bill Simmons was talking about today on his pod. Would you do a trade for Tatum and Anthony Edwards straight up hypothetically right now? And I was thinking, I'm like, yeah, I probably would. I get 4 years younger, and you get just all the things that comes with Anthony Edwards. So that's mine.
Like
uh,
it.
I'll, so for the he did what award, most surprising player, I'm going to go with Josh Giddey on this one. I think it kind of writes its own joke, and we'll just leave it at that. That he did what?
Bro, Kyler said that in the beginning of the year, and you finished it, bro. So that's perfect. What you
That's
got, Nate?
fun. It's a full circle moment right
Yeah,
there.
it is.
Especially recently, and how I especially wrote him off in the past. I'm gonna go Jalen Green here. I think he's finally taking that turn in his career where he's becoming a productive NBA player, and the stretch that he went on where he was dropping like it seemed like 30 a night for probably 2 weeks straight. It was just like he was just I don't know. I didn't expect to see that out of him, and I mean the Rockets start still aren't in the greatest of places, but they're definitely going to be a good team in a couple years.
Hmm. Yeah, and my guy got the best out of him, and I expected that. Udoka gets the best out of his players. I seen it firsthand. All right, and the last award, the You Good Award, most disappointing player. I might have to change the name of this award next year to the Jordan Poole Award because that's what
Yeah,
I'm going with here.
yeah.
Mhm.
Is this
The pool parties
unanimous?
that no pool parties this
No,
year.
no pool parties, or don't invite me. All right. Let me pull up our tier list real quick.
Hey, if you remember the second episode of the podcast, there was a lot of pool party hype around that time.
Whole lot of pool party
Mm,
hype, bro. Whole lot of
for
it.
nothing.
Sure.
For
It's crazy
nothing.
what 52 episodes can do.
Sure. Yes. All right, so we can kind of fly through this if you guys want. I forgot to put it how we had it. I mean, I could do that real quick. I have it right here. Or maybe I don't.
I'd say we can probably feel like we should probably be able to
Yeah, let's try to do
we
this
get it.
in a quicker manner, but yeah, let's do it.
Hey,
All right, so
before we hop into this, Dom, I want to address that beginning of the season. Uh, I told you the Rockets were going to be better than the Pistons. I just like to stand on my ground because I tried telling y'all, but y'all were like, Pistons gonna be nice. They got Kate Cunningham, but
bro,
now look,
That
I
guy
did,
Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duran.
bro, I did not account for Monty Williams deciding. Well, I can't put this on Monty, but like even from the
Uh,
beginning of the year, Monty's like, Jay Ivy, you know what? All this, I just don't like him. I'm not gonna play him for the first two
Killian
months.
Hayes, bro. How
Yeah, I'm gonna
much
play
playing
Killian
time he
Hayes over
got?
him. Like, bro, so much into that team. But you're right, James. Let's start with the Wizards, though. We'll go ahead and move this real
easy.
quick. Rebuild.
Relocate.
Hmm.
Yeah, relocate.
Disband.
All right, the Warriors.
For
Thinking
me, I'm
Mid.
saying pretenders. I'm saying
contenders.
pretenders. I think they don't have a deep enough bench.
I was thinking even mid.
I
I
was
mean,
thinking
that's
mid.
fine with me.
All right, mid. Wolves.
Mm.
Contenders for me.
They're contenders. They gotta be. I mean, yeah. When Ant did, I even with Cat out, like there's Ewing theory potential. I'm going contenders. Um, the OKC.
Same thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, same.
thinking. Yeah, Suns. I'm going pretenders. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Don't hold
Or
that. Don't say that to me.
I would say contenders, but they're like if you're playing them in contenders, they're at the very back of it.
Okay, we'll leave them here for now. Give it a few years for the Spurs, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You got a bright future.
Now the Sixers. And
Pretenders.
and
Yeah, big
Embiid's back.
pretenders.
Pretenders.
I don't care if he's back or not.
They first round exit.
Okay. Yeah, because they will get matched up against the top seed, so you're probably right. The Rockets probably rebuild. I mean, give it a few years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give it a few years.
Uh, Toronto, I think they showed full
rebuild.
force. We are in a rebuild. We're going to tank the rest of the season. We are going to start DJ Carton from Ohio State. Like, this is getting ridiculous. The Pistons, rebuild.
I'll say you can't. Yeah,
They should be the
you
lower
need
tier, bro.
another decade with that team.
The Pelicans, we've been talking about this team, man.
I want to put them in contenders. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I think they match up with just about any team in the West.
I would like to put them here. Are you with that, James?
Yeah, I wish there was one below contenders that was like a dark horse. Because
Yeah,
I
dark
mean
horse.
that's kind of where I'd put the Suns too as well.
Yeah.
You
So
know, I
back
mean
of
when
it.
you have
Yeah.
yeah. So
All right, the Pacers, mid, I guess.
Yeah, you could
You can't
Yeah.
argue
say
give it
give
a
it a
few
few
years.
years, but they got Siakam. Like
Yeah, I guess.
they're
Yeah, that's
not
true.
really in that mode. All
Yeah, they
right,
just mid.
title favorites. Think
Easy.
that's safe. Now this
That's a
one,
rebuild.
this is
That's a
bad.
rebuild, bro.
Yeah, that's bad, bro. That's a bad situation right there.
It
Would not want to be
sucks
the
because
GM of that team.
I like so many players on the Nets, but they're just not a good team.
No, Lord. All right, the Mavs, man. Shoo. Now, hear me out, man.
I don't know, man. I
I
They're
mean,
wouldn't say title contenders.
with how they've been playing lately, bro, they could be anyone.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I gotta put them here. This is where I'm putting them. What
Okay,
do you guys think? Yeah,
I like
where
it.
I'm feeling.
I agree.
All right, the Magic, Pretenders.
Dude, if I'd say
They're in the
I'd
playoffs.
say yeah, but I mean, give
Mid.
it a few
I would
years.
say yeah, it's
Yeah.
mid.
But I
Yeah, I
do
can see
agree.
mid.
Yeah, mid.
You give it a few years though. I mean,
Yeah, they're
you
gonna be
got something
scared.
You can
there.
you can even put them at the top of mid because like
Yeah,
I feel like
Yeah,
it's
give me
kind of
the Magic over
disrespectful.
both those teams.
It's disrespectful to call them pretenders. I feel like,
yeah. All right, the
but it's
Lakers.
also I don't know, tough spot. Pretenders, easy.
Top of Pretenders, they'll probably.
They
I
get
I
their
just.
mean,
fan base invested in a couple games, and then they just start
I
choking
mean,
everything away.
this could go out the window, but I gotta put them where I see them.
for me personally, I just feel. I mean, I know it's kind of homer pick, but like if you get LeBron in the playoffs, I don't care how old he is, with a deep bench with 3-point shooters, and if D'Lo's playing good and AD's playing how he should, there's no reason they shouldn't be in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. But my problem is how low seeding they are. They're either playing the Nuggets or they're playing the Timberwolves. You know, I can't
I
see them
mean,
being
give
the Nuggets. Maybe if they get to play the Timberwolves, but
I would say they better hope they match up against the Timberwolves.
yeah, we'll leave them there for
we'll
now. We
see.
might regret it. All right, the Knicks.
I think
Give me,
pretenders.
They're pretenders, bro. What do you think?
yeah, you're right.
They're
I
missing
don't know the
Julius.
hype after the trade deadline, like they were for sure contenders,
Who
and
knows
then
if
like
OG's
ever
even gonna
since then,
come back, bro?
exactly, yeah, ever since he went down, and then
Bogdanovich don't even
Julius,
play. Tibbs don't like him. Like it's tough. But next year, watch out because they could sign somebody big too.
this guy stay healthy.
Sorry to do this to you, Nate, but this is
Nah,
mid.
that's trust me, man.
That
I
is mid.
understand.
That's mid, bro. All right, the Jazz rebuild.
Yep, Hornets,
Hornets rebuild.
same
Rebuild.
thing.
Heat. Gosh, this is such a hard one. But if the
I would
Lakers are
say
there, I gotta go there.
that's fair. That's fair.
Hawks
Rebuild.
rebuild.
Your best players don't even want to be there anymore.
Yeah, no. I'd say give it a few years for the Grays. They got Ja coming back, a top
Yep,
pick.
they had the
I
most
think, I
injured
think,
roster out of everybody
yeah,
this year.
I'm with you on that. I feel like the Grizzlies are going to get someone good on this offseason,
Hmm.
like a nice wing piece for him.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Are the Clippers contenders or pretenders?
I'm gonna say contenders because if they really get everything clicking, they're another team that can get hot and beat just about everybody.
Yeah, I'll go at the very back end.
That's fair. A lot of Western Conference teams,
All right, Boston Celtics.
title
Title
favorites.
favorites.
Love it. I mean, that's it. Now this one's they've been struggling, man. But if the, they're probably somewhere in this range.
I feel like they're definitely in the same like category as the Knicks for sure.
Yeah, I agree. It's like Mitchell came back and they're just not all clicking right now.
I don't know. They struggle to have an identity, man. I know. Bulls,
Rebuild.
Bucks.
Pretenders. I don't care what anyone says. They're the fraudulent team. I think they're winning right now, but
No, they got Doc, dude. If they went out and got anybody but besides Doc Rivers, I'd feel a little more comfortable, to be honest.
I
But I'll put
mean,
them
you
at the
can put
very
them in.
top.
No, I feel like you can put them in contenders, bro.
Very
I mean, I
bottom.
know
Yeah. I mean, they got
it's
top
just,
five player.
I mean, they're in the East, which is a little easier because I mean, look at how many Western Conference teams we have in contenders.
Yeah. You have
So I
two
mean,
Eastern Conference teams in the top two categories.
Right.
I mean, realistically, it's Celtics or Bucks, and the Bucks only play good against good teams.
Yep.
So when you got Dame in playoff time, I don't know, it's kind of scary.
Yeah. We'll be back next week with our playoff predictions. We'll see how it goes, but I think this one's pretty easy. Goggles and the dudes are there at the rebuild stage.
One observation I want to make is comparing this tier list to the ones we made before. There's more teams in rebuild, which goes to show like maybe the NBA is talent is a big difference than what we thought initially.
The East definitely took a big old because I thought the
Yeah,
East was going to be a lot more. I thought that the Bucks would be around 55 wins. I thought that I thought it was going to look a little different, to be honest. But the
yeah.
West is really tough, though.
There's only two teams in the rebuild category that aren't in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, we'll see though. Maybe the Cavs or the Knicks or even the Heat can make a run. So you never know.
Hmm.
Hey, one last thing about the Bucks is I was just thinking about this. You know, with how they've been playing lately, but kind of what we still think of them as a team with Dame and everything. I feel like we have the same observation we had at the beginning of the season. I feel like nothing's changed for them. We're
Hmm.
going into these playoffs thinking, well, I mean, they might be able to get past the Celtics. They got Dame now. We were saying the same thing at the beginning of the season. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like they're still in the middle ground. They haven't made anything, jump out at us. And
Hmm.
it's kind of a weird comparison to how we thought they'd be at the start of the season.
Yeah.
It's the same.
I expected a lot more, bro. I really did. And then with the coaching firing, I just can't see a coach, somebody go from firing their coach at the beginning of the season to win the NBA title. It'd just be hard to see in
Yeah,
my eyes.
but
Yeah.
Doc
Yeah.
Rivers of all people.
Yeah. It'd be crazy. But yeah, we'll definitely be back next week, man. The NBA playoffs are about to start. It's when it matters, man. It's gonna be good stuff. I hope Jimmy don't break my heart again. But another good episode, y'all. Thank you for watching all if you made it to the end. Check out the clips. I'll have them rolling out graphics of all of our awards and all that. But it was really all. Peace.
Peace.